In honor of the internet blackout, some censorship may occur.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is IceHawk, and today I've got a Modern Warfare 3 gameplay here in Seatown. Really quick note about the gameplay though. It's a little bit choppy, mainly because it was recorded from theater mode and it kind of messed it up a tiny little bit. So you might notice a little bit of glitch, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. Today, obviously, is the internet blackout, and this is a huge thing right now. And all these major websites are blacking themselves out or blocking themselves from the public to protest SOPA and PIPA, and the protest censorship, basically. And as someone who wants to work in the multimedia industry, obviously I'm against these propositions, but I am not necessarily against the entire portion of these bills, mainly because there is some situations where I do support piracy, and I believe that we do need to end more there needs to be less piracy. Let's just say that there needs to be less piracy, but we still need to have our rights that come with it. So let's throw out an example here. You're a student, right? And you don't have a whole lot of money. You barely have any, and you want to become a filmmaker, and you need Sony Vegas or Premiere or something to achieve that goal. Well, I think it's okay for you to go out and pirate that software because it kind of adds to your future. In the future, you might be successful in the industry and get money and go out and purchase these programs for directly from the developer for their full price. And I think if you're going into it with that mindset, I think it's perfectly okay, because I've friends personally who have done this, and I'm okay with that. It's like, dude, if this is adding to your future, this is adding to what you want to do for the rest of your life, then yeah, you can pirate this because you're supporting the developers indirectly rather than directly, because because in the future you could add to their revenue or whatever. That being said, something that I'm really against is games piracy. Now, games piracy is a huge problem, huge problem. A lot of games, and I'm not talking about just big games. A lot of really small games get tons, like hundreds and thousands, possibly millions of copies pirated. And if all of those, let's say all of those copies were bought copies, a lot of games that deserve more sales would have those sales, and even more. Like, I know a few games, for example, the Xenoblade Chronicles, that's coming out in America very soon, or this year. That already has like 2-3 million copies of it pirated. Imagine if those were all bot copies. How much money would those developers have? And obviously this is a AAA title, so those developers do deserve that money. And if you're going, let's say you're on the Wii, right, and you're hacking your console. I'm using the Wii as an example because it's easy to hack. You hack your Wii. You pirate like 50 games. Let's say you even pirate new games that haven't even come out yet. That's a lot of revenue loss to the developers, and that's really messed up in my opinion. And the worst you can do, the absolute worst you can do, is pirate a game that hasn't come out yet, and pirate it, and obviously you don't pay anything for it, and then you don't even buy it when it really comes out for real. That is like the worst crime, because one, you're hacking, which I'm against for one, and then you're pirating it. So you're doing two pretty bad crimes in rapid succession, and you're not giving any money to the developers. That to me is just messed up, because playing a video game does not add to your future. It doesn't really support you in the future. It's just, kind of the here and now fun, right? Or at least it should be. And so because of that, there's really no reason to pirate games. If you don't have the money to buy games, well, go out and get a freaking job. All right, that's what I say. If you're pirating music, I don't really have a big deal about. I'm not going to really talk too much about that. If you're pirating a $1 song, it's not that big of a deal in my opinion. All right, so let's talk about SOPA for a minute. Obviously I'm against SOPA. Obviously I'm against PIPA. Do I think they'll pass? No, I don't, because I think the American government is level-headed enough, which is saying a lot actually, to pass something that obviously takes the jobs away from people. And that's one of the big things in America right now is, giving the jobs to the people. And obviously, crippling the internet would take away tons of jobs. YouTube creates a lot of jobs, surprisingly, and all that would be destroyed because of SOPA and PIPA. That's my basic thoughts on that, guys. I might do future videos about this because it is an ongoing issue. And that's it, guys. I'll see you guys later, and hopefully you enjoyed the video.